Good segue there, JP. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Shock Joxx this morning with, I am not Kevin Hastings. Chip Kravis, safe trip, sir. Kevin got us up and running this morning. We are coming live on the radio right now. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Chip Carter here, along with Tom Sinafani, JP John Prather, making us sound good, and special guest Ken Link here in the studio today. Ken, thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. John, Will, well,
we assume he will be.
Yeah, we just have to kind of go off of that. But yeah, good morning, everybody. McDonald's breakfast brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. What did you guys have this morning?
I had a sausage and egg biscuit.
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin,
Delicious.
hash brown, and a small coffee.
Yeah. JP, what are you going to enjoy in there?
Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
All right, good deal. And I had my McChicken biscuit. I'm sure when Will gets in, he'll enjoy his chicken, egg, and cheese. I believe that's what his normal breakfast of champions
I'm kind of eyeballing that right now. If you get here late and you don't have your breakfast, that's on you.
You hear that, Will? If you're listening to us, you better get here in a hurry. I hear tires screeching outside. Good morning, everybody. Glad you can join us for this week's episode of the Shock Joxx. We are 1 week away, or less than a week away, from the American Legion World Series, starting in Shelby, Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium, on the campus of Shelby High School. We will be covering those games. Looking forward to some excitement. Don't know if we'll see quite as many home runs as we saw last year. That was a home run derby, I think.
Well, did they ever admit to what it was and resolve the problem?
I think they've instituted steroid testing this year at the American Legion World Series. No,
well, one thing that's a little sad is there's no festival in downtown Shelby. Usually this is the day, and they usually have a concert.
Really?
They dig up somebody from the 90s or early 2000s and give them a chance at renewing their glory. But no, there will be no, I can't remember what the 7th inning stretch festival or whatever they used to call it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They said they're using the money, the old opportunity cost thing, that we only have so much money, so we've decided to put carpet on the field. And I said that, and somebody said carpet. I thought it was artificial turf. I was like, pretty much it's an outdoor carpet. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sadly, no festival this year. I used to always like to go up there, take my dog, walk around, get one of those sugar-filled orange drinks that would put a diabetic in the hospital. Not this year. No. Not this year, so too bad.
Hopefully we get to see it come back next year. I agree with you, Tom. I think it was fun, good to kick off to the week, and good festivities for everybody to enjoy. And we won't have that this year, but
there is though. If I can just say this, there's
please.
A fundraiser for Robert Melton over at Crest tonight, a co-ed softball game and some other activities. I think they're getting going over there. I got the rest of the details later this afternoon. So if you're not doing anything and you want to get on over there and watch a fun-spirited inter co-ed softball game of Crest alumni as a fundraiser. So come on out to Crest High School tonight. You get to see the great Joe Sism behind the plate, and you can see the mediocre Tom Sinafani on the bases calling this game tonight in our uniform. We're actually going to put on uniforms and everything, Ken. We're going to try to fool people that we're good umpires. So we're going to go out there, and it'll be a lot of fun tonight.
Awesome. But what time does that start, Tom?
They told me to be there at 5:30,
okay.
But I think I've got some other details. There might be some other things going on.
Okay. Didn't mean to put you on the spot with that.
No, because I got to do a couple drivers and then run back over there. So I got a busy Saturday.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Do you ever not have a busy Saturday?
Well, usually that's when you got to drive the kids. I need my daily dose of near-death experience, so I got to drive me a couple of kids.
He might be the hardest working retired man I've ever seen in my life, Ken.
Well, you gotta stay busy. You know who didn't like the word retired is Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I saw that interview this week.
He does, and I don't like the word either. It's kind of like you've just entered a new stage of life, which you're not going to quit doing things. You're maybe just not going to do what you used to do as much as you used to do it. So that's kind of my opinion on that. I still got a little gas left in the tank. I just, 30 years is a long time, Chip.
You got that.
30 years is a long time to do the same thing.
I wouldn't work professionally. I wouldn't know. Yeah, not quite there. I tried. I got halfway there with one company, and they decided they didn't want my team.
And I get
team
older,
there
and
anymore.
they stay the same age.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of one of those things. So.
Well, good deal. Yeah, fundraiser there. It's at Crest this evening. Is that right, Tom?
It's at Crest. And go ahead and to your next. Joe sent me the details. Okay. I'll find out.
No worries. Yeah, again, counting down to the start of the American Legion World Series. First games will be Thursday, and we've got I believe if I got my schedule right, Thursday is generally the marathon day where they have 4 games that day to get things started at Friday. One of the first 2 days is they pack 4 games into one. And I'm sure there's a reason. I've always been curious, and obviously I'm not a scheduler or organizer, but I'm sure there's a perfectly valid reason for this. But you've got 12 teams, I believe, 2 divisions, and but one of the first, and so they do kind of a round robin, as anybody who's watched the World Series knows, in those 2 divisions. And I think it's the Stars and Stripes divisions, if they've kept the same description as previous years.
8 teams.
I'm sorry, I said 12. 8 teams. Thank you, Ken. But one of those days, so you're going to have 6 games generally to get everybody an equal number of games within 2 days. But one of those days they do 4 games. The other day they do 2 games.
I think part of that is to make sure that pitching wise somebody doesn't get an advantage because they didn't play that day, or somebody played the next day, and therefore you don't have that. So they try to even it out.
Even number of games for each day. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, thank you, Ken.
They do that once, and then everybody's got a day off, but they don't want to give anybody any unfair advantage.
Leave it to one of my American Legion experts here to break that down.
He watches enough American Legion games, that's for sure.
So how's the summer been? Enjoying late evenings with Brian Furry?
We've enjoyed doing a lot of games, a lot of charitable games. And, it's been a lot of fun. I think Brian's enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, well I'm glad you guys have gotten to do that. Appreciate y'all being on the air so much. I see Brian at my place of work quite frequently, and have to give him a hard time. But appreciate
and I appreciate all the help he's given us in the press box this past week as we host the Southeast region. He's been there helping us every night.
That's great. Yeah.
And circling back, it's at 6 p.m.
It is 6.
Robert Melton, and he's got some medical bills. Bring a few bucks, buy a hot dog, buy a ticket. Just a little feel good thing to put on to help him out a little bit.
This is a legitimate time, fans. Please buy a hot dog. All right,
please buy. Please.
This is a legitimate.
Please buy a hot dog and support the Melton family.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and we know what that means as well. A week away as we get ready for the American Legion World Series. We're getting close. We're getting close to high school football in the area, and I believe we had the jamboree here in Cleveland County last night at Gardner Webb University. Anybody get any word on that? Anybody catch a sneak peek of that last night?
Burns won 19-6.
Okay,
and there's been a little rumors in the community of who's the quarterback's going to be, but right now it's Romello Wells, and Trent Marty was over there doing the film. Good old Trent Marty, KTC's own Trent Marty, and said, "Look good up front." They got a lot of experienced guys on both sides of the ball, and that's where it starts, guys. I mean, we all talk about the running backs and wide receivers and all the divas, but if you ain't got the big uglies up front, man, then you're not gonna go very far. And both sides of the line seem to be playing pretty well. I mean, it's early. It's South Mech.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like they played Weddington, but and that was part of the a little bit of the run. Monroe's had a good team, but some of them saying that the competition is not what it needs to be, and the county did go 4-0, but good start to the year. And everybody says don't care about scrimmages. I coached for 15 years. You care about scrimmages. You care about how you play, and no, it doesn't matter if you win, but you do care. You want to play well. Yeah. You want to play well. You want to put on a good show, and off to a good start. Got a couple more scrimmages, and then we start not till the 21st. And we had started on the 21st, so looking forward to it. And Burns opens up with Murderers Row, right? They got Kingsbound from Crest out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I think it's interesting with the the Bell kid over at Crest now, right? And then Kings Mountain has a dynamite freshman quarterback. So a lot of interesting things going on in Cleveland County football.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, looking forward to seeing how things are going. Not sure how. And so it sounds not all the teams won last night. It sounds like, or
No,
at least
it was 4-0.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
No, we did go 4-0. I'm sorry.
County won 4-0.
I thought you said they did not go 4-0.
No,
So,
Burns won 19-6. County went 4-0.
Okay,
So,
there you go. Well, that's like you said. We understand the point of. Yes, this is not necessary. This does not go against your record, but like you said, you want to get off to a good start and put on a good.
There were some grumblings about how much it costs.
Yeah, that's right. I heard. Well,
and I heard
we heard about that earlier in the week.
And I heard I don't like using secondhand information. I was coming in from out of town a little late last night, so I couldn't make it over there. But parking was $10.
Yes,
was the rumor, and $15 to get in. So say that. I'm a married guy and I got a couple of kids.
Yep.
And my oldest boy is playing football. So I got to pay $60 to walk in the gate. I got to pay another $10 to park my car. And then I got to pay another $20 for hot dogs. You burn a Franklin going to a scrimmage.
Going to a scrimmage. Yep.
I mean, and you know, it's just like the frustration of trying to be an average guy, just trying to support the local community, and you wonder why you look out there, and a lot of times there's a lot of empty seats at these football games now.
Is high school football? Do the cost of the regular season games? Is it $15 to get into these?
No, it's like 10 though. I think it's 10, and it will. I don't know. Say I'm lucky. I haven't paid to get in the game in a long time.
I haven't paid to get in the game a long time.
Right,
I've been working with radio.
We've been here for a while, so
I think it's at least 8 about everywhere. You know.
See, but what I'm saying, like if I ran things, if you're a student at that school, and I think a lot of schools do this, if you're a student and you have nothing on your discipline report, you need to be able to go to the game for free.
Absolutely.
Let every kid in for free and give every kid a free hot dog when they get there.
Yeah.
Get the kids to the game. That's how you build the
atmosphere.
The atmosphere and the love for the school, man. Yeah. Just let the middle school kids too. Let the middle school kids in.
And if the kids come, the parents more than likely will
have a hot dog tent for them. Show your student ID and get a hot dog and go enjoy the game. I mean, it's just like, why is this a capitalistic money-making thing? It's supposed to be a community spirit thing.
And the nostalgia aspect too is like, well, these kids should just want to come to the game. Well, they don't anymore, or a lot of them don't.
Well,
anymore.
You know why they don't want to come to this anymore? This right here.
Right, exactly.
You know, why do so many young men not have jobs or girlfriends? This thing right here.
Yep.
I mean, so you can combat that. I mean, you can combat that by saying, "Hey, come to the game. It's going to cost you nothing." Or you can say something like this: wear a blue tee, wear a Burns tee, wear a Ligadin T-shirt, and you come in and you get this. If you have a Ligadin T-shirt on and a Ligadin hat, we're going to give you a Coke too. Come on in.
Plan it out each week.
Right.
I mean, this game is this home game's a blue out. This home game's a white out. All this. I mean, plan it out by your school colors. It's not hard to do.
And you know what, fellas? Get out to the game. You might do something stupid like meet a girl. Something like crazy might happen.
Goodness, yeah.
Something crazy might happen. I mean, you might go out and meet a girl and get off that damn Xbox you're playing all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might do something crazy.
To your point, Tom, too, that the schools it's not out of the realm of possibility to ask these schools to. You can sit here and be nostalgic and wish that these kids would just come, but the reality is they've got more distractions now than they did. You're going to have to grease the skids to have them come to the game.
I wish they would think of things like that as opposed to let's think of ways to keep the media out.
Right.
Ken, I don't know if you know this, man. We went up and did the baseball championship. They got a no media sign on the press box.
Really?
On the press box. So I mean, it's just one of these things, man. It's like, what are you doing? I was like, why are you approaching everything from a negative standpoint and try to do something from a positive standpoint? I mean, I know there's people in the community that would financially support it and say, hey, man, we need $400 or $500 this week to do a little thing for the kids. And I'm sure there'd be some people from the community that would be willing to do that.
Businesses
and things like that. This is the whatever, the S&R Auto Sales hot dog tent. You know what I mean? You know, come get a free hot dog if you got on a school T-shirt showing your school spirit, something like that. I just don't get it. I don't understand what we're doing. We're turning this into, no, you must pay $15. We have to have money for blah 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 blah. It's just.
To Kevin's point, I guess we need to change the name. It is now it's the score box. It is not a press box. If you don't want the press in there.
It's the things we do, you know. And I did have a chance to come into contact with the state treasurer, but I just kept my mouth shut. I'm like, y'all, whatever y'all are doing up there, I mean, it's just wrong. You know, I mean, it's just all y'all figure out a way to do is how to nickel and dime the school system. To, you know, what's the cheapest way we can do this? How can we fire the most people? And how can we give the least support to athletics? And y'all have all been involved in athletics. Athletics is a part of your education as a high school or middle school student. Now, you might not do sports. You might do art. You might do band. That's part of your education. You know what I mean? We need to encourage more kids to participate in sports. And if you don't fund it properly, if you don't give it the proper support, you're not going to have that. And then you need the other kids coming out when they're not playing that sport. They need to come out there and support the teams more to build that community spirit, which I'm just telling you, man, we just don't have it like we used to. But, that's my soapbox today, guys.
I saw where Q Tucker retired. Do you see any changes with the new person that's head now, Tom?
Q Tucker retired? Let's all send her a fruit basket to thank her for retiring.
But someone else is taking over. I can't remember his name.
Because I can't think of anybody who is like got less common sense than Q Tucker. I mean, it's just, if you have anything to do with a conference that puts Highland Tech against Shelby Burns in football, then you are just like a very dumb person. I mean, not trying to be creative. We talked about it, and Kevin makes a good point. You know, he does the football numbers. He does like football schools versus non-football schools. Yeah. There are so much better ways to approach this and make some football-only conferences.
Give us 10 minutes.
You could do a football-only conference. You could do some things that are more creative to inspire more competition and make it a better product and make it, you know, I've been ranting on not coming to the game. Does anybody want to come watch Shelby beat Highland Tech 96-0? I mean, it's kind of like, what are we doing here? It's like I say, we don't use any creativity, we don't use any innovation, we don't use any thought. We're doing the same old stupid stuff, the same old stupid people.
And I know there'll be people that disagree with me on this, and this is kind of out of left field. We broached this subject, and we'll talk about the conferences, I'm sure, more as the season goes on. Obviously, I look at our two county teams that won state championships, and any of the county teams here in Cleveland County, or Gaston, Lincolnton, our listening area. These teams are trying, especially these teams that are historically got strong programs, they're trying to gear up for the playoffs. They're trying to build schedules to get them prepared for the playoffs. Some of these games in their conferences are simply not doing that. They're getting a running clock within the second quarter, and they've got their second or third string in. What is the benefit? And again, we folks, we might remember because we're hardcore football fans, but the big thing that people remember from Shelby High School last year is that Shelby High School won a state championship last year. Whether or not they were first in their conference or the fact that they lost a nail-biter to Lincolnton during the regular season is overshadowed pretty quickly by the fact that they beat Lincolnton in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So what is the point? I'm going to throw this out there. What is the point of conferences? Let each school, let's let the schools figure out their schedules and find some agreements.
Now that would be now. You know, if you've ever been a head coach of a team, you're trying to find non-conference matches, it can be a pain.
So don't have conferences. Don't worry about it.
No. What I'm saying is trying to find people to play because people will play this game. Well, I'm not playing Lincoln because they're pretty good, so I'm going to see if I can go up to the mountains and beat up on a bunch of,
Avery County or somebody.
I'm going to go find me some Avery County Christmas tree farmers to beat up on. So, no, we're not.
Not the Christmas tree.
I tell you what, I made an Avery comment class. I can't remember what I was making fun of Avery County from. Some poor little girl raised her hand and says, my grandma listened to me. So I had to walk that one back pretty quickly.
I always notice that Avery County, whenever there's bad weather, they're always the first school system out of the school. They're because of where they're located.
Yeah.
I mean, Avery County schools, and it's alphabetical, so you always see them first. Avery County schools closed.
But what I would say is, hey, Lincoln County, you're playing Cleveland County. You know, sorry. Hey, Gaston County, y'all are going to play Cleveland County. I mean, the ones that are about this, similar size.
Yeah.
You guys are going to play, and I would eliminate what I would eliminate is non-conference.
Okay.
I would say I'm going to put you in a conference. It might give you one non-conference team in case you have a rivalry, but it's like Shelby. You might like, well, Shelby's a smaller school, but we know that Shelby's a football school. Okay, I know that Kings Mountain's bigger than Shelby, but we all know it's a competitive football game. Right. It's a competitive series. So if you had any kind of imagination, creativity, put thought into these football schedules, you can make some good football schedules, and you're letting everybody in the playoffs anyway, right?
If you're going to make conferences,
right.
How about this, Tom? If you're going to make conferences, forget about the classifications. Are irrelevant when it comes to conferences to an extent.
Do football football only conferences based on your football population, and it's like what I'm saying is, okay, I don't want to go to a tough conference because I'll go 5-5 and won't make the playoffs. You make playoffs 3-7, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's like don't even worry about making the playoffs.
There's fewer teams not making the playoffs anymore than there are making the playoffs.
I mean,
almost
because we know they got to have their money up there in Chapel Hill. We know we got to, they got to have all these games where you pay to get in, and athletic association gets the money or whatever. But I'm just saying, man, there's more creative ways to make it more competitive and make these, it's better for the kids too. So,
and you've got 8 classifications, and the flip side of it, we all complain about the classification, and we'll wrap up here, get ready to take our first break here real shortly. But we talked about these classifications. There's a devil's advocate argument to, there's now 8, 1A to 8A, but the area of the state that benefited the most from that, arguably in football last year, was Cleveland County, because out of those 8 classifications, we're the only county that had 2 state champions. Yeah. So I mean, that's you talk about Cleveland County with Shelby and Crest. So there's a flip side to that. But you looking at the classifications, it continues to seem like the organization that is established in terms of these conferences, this area always seems to be the last group, or not even thought about regionally, and that's something, to Tom's point. Kevin's talked about it multiple times. That's an easy. Give us 10 minutes. That's an easy fix.
Easy fix.
Yeah,
but they're never going to hire us at the athletic association. It make too much sense.
Well, again, we're getting ready and prepared, as you already heard, getting on our soapboxes about high school football. We've got American Legion World Series this coming week on the campus of Shelby High School. Look forward to folks coming out and supporting all those young men as they compete in baseball, and then the following week we kick things off with high school football, and we'll be excited to bring that to you here on KTC Broadcast. And we're going to take our first break. Will's in the house. Second shift has clocked in. Ready to go? Yeah. I don't know if he's awake yet.
He thought that would hit harder, but we're
used to it at this point.
We're used to it.
So, all right, I was waiting for a response from him. He's eyeing his biscuits. What he's doing right now. So.
No, 2 words. One name. Mr. Bulldog. Michael Vick.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to take our first break. You're listening to Shock Joxx. We'll be right back. KTC Broadcasting.
KTC. Watch and listen to the Shock Joxx Sports Talk Show. Live Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. on WCSL 92.9 FM, 1590 a.m. and the KTC Broadcasting YouTube and Facebook pages.